So let's jump right into this because
Let's do it.
I mean that's how we do anyway, right?
Yeah, that's our swag.
So let's start from the beginning. You used to be known as Mars the Martian.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And you just switched it all up to Capital Swank. What was what was the reasoning for the switch up?
So, okay, I had the Mars and Martian name since like high school, and at the time when there was like a gap, like a 5-year gap where I just didn't touch music, and then when I came back to it, it didn't feel right. You know, like it felt like Mars and Martian was, you know, not there anymore. And I kept trying to, like, you know, do music under that name. But nothing was meshing right. And so one of my best friends slash group member, producer, Lord Javon Phantom, he was like, well, why don't you, like, just, you know, change your name to something? But I didn't really know what to change it to. So I was just like, maybe I just drop, you know, the Martian, just go by Mars or something like that, because that's what everybody called me anyway. Yeah. So one day I have a track that I think it's still on YouTube, but it's called The Writer. When I went over his house to record the track, there was like a bunch of dudes that I didn't know over there. So you know how it is. You dap people up, you know, you say what's up, whatever. And he was like, all right, you can go in. I went in, and I came out. I did this track. I came out, and they were all just like looking at me, like they was like. And then one dude was like, "You had a lot of swank on that," and I'm thinking, I didn't know what that meant. I'm gonna be 100. I did not know what that meant at all, and I'm just like, "Ooh, appreciate it." And we dapped everyone up. I left. I came back again. I did a track called Off That. And like 3 of the dudes were there. But the same guy that called me, that said I had a lot of swank when I was in the booth or whatever, he was there again. And he looked at one guy. I still don't know these dudes' names, by the way. I looked. Well, he was just like, that's a lot of swank, bro. And he was like, yeah. Come to find out, these dudes from New York. I didn't know none of that. And I found out that, like, I'm like, why do you keep saying that? What does that mean? And my friend, I don't know. And I look up what swank meant, and it meant it's like swagger or style or something like that. Like, that's what it meant. And then I was like, it sounds cool though. I was like,
it is.
He was like, why did you change your name to that? So the third time, I have ADHD, y'all gotta forgive me. I kind of bounce like this. But there was another time I went back and I didn't record this time though. I was just chilling. And they was just like I walk in and the dude was like, what up, Swank? And I'm like, all right, what's up? And whatever. And I dapped him up and whatever. And I was like, hey, bro, I think I'm just going to keep it at Swank.
Yeah.
And he was like, all right. And then I got the Capital part because in that moment, I was listening to an artist named Capital Steez. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but at that time, I was, Joey Badass's 1999 mixtape just got on Spotify. And they were like announcing it and stuff. I never had got around to it before 2019. And I was starting to listen to it, and this rapper, you know, named Capital Steez, like, you know, Survival Tactics played, and he was an outro. I'm like, ooh, it's disgusting. And then Killuminati played. I'm like, ooh. So I looked him up. I went through all his stuff in that entire day. And I kid y'all not, like, it wasn't until like 2 or 3 months later, I was like, why hasn't he put out any music? Like, and then I typed it in, he had passed away. And so
wow.
I took, and Steve's was very spiritual. And this is around the same time where I was getting right back into my spirituality. And I know it's cliche to hear other artists be like, I really resonate with an artist and da-da-da-da. But no, for real, that really does happen, because when I started listening to him, it made me want to be better in my artistry. Like better. When I doubted myself, I would just think about Steve's and his messages and all of that stuff like that. When I felt like my bars weren't up to par, I would just think about the manifestation that Steve would talk about and stuff like that. And I just wanted a way to kind of just honor him. And it actually wasn't even my idea. It was my friend idea. He was like, why don't you just throw Capital in front of that? To pay homage to him. And I was like, oh, snap. So kind of just worked out like that.
It just worked out. Oh, okay.
Yeah. It's a long story.
I love that.
That's how it happened. Yeah.
No, it wasn't long at all.
That's when an artist is a true artist, when they can inspire others. That's what art is supposed to be about. So
Absolutely.
I love that story. I love that. And Swank kind of gives me a feel of like Spank and Swag and mixed together. So you're spanking the swag. You're spanking the swag.
Y'all know I'm goofy, so they can also like the whole Spank part could just be like something goofy. But
Okay.
Yeah.
No, but okay, so I got fangirl right quick, because I've been supporting your music for a very long time now, and bro, when I was listening to a couple of songs this morning, I was like, bro, still got it, okay? The bars are still on top of bars, okay? The metaphors are still there. I love, I've always loved the Marvel references and the anime references, and I've always loved that. So I'm just fangirling for a hot little second. Thank you, Capital Swank, again for coming on the show.
Thank you for having me. But the Marvel and anime references, I don't know, it's just easy, because that's all I really know, if you want to be honest with you. So I'm just like, well, how can I make them digestible for everybody to really pick up on and stuff. So
I think you're doing a great job with that.
Thank you.
Yes, I agree.
Man, it ain't easy. I'll be real with you, because I be thinking of some stuff and I'm like, man, dang it, they might not get that one.
But if it's easy, does it really feel like the challenge that you needed to feel like? I think a lot of time when it comes down to artistry, figuring out what made putting the puzzle together is where, for me, if I'm doing, if I get a picture or something that I have to translate into, say, some of our artwork here for the show, sometimes you get a picture and it don't look, it's not top-notch photo, so you have to work it and manage it and make it look like your own style. You have to work that thing. So I always find it fun and interesting to put those puzzle pieces together, and then at the end of that, you have something just glorious in your own opinion. It feels good that you figured it out. With your music, so I've been spamming nothing but indie club and your solo project here these past couple of days, getting ready for today, and just listening to your music. What inspires you? Because from what I get from your music is I get, of course, all the nerd rap stuff, the references to the pop culture is right down our alley. That's pretty much our whole MO. So having you on is special in that regard as well. What other things inspire your work and when you put your rhymes together? And answer that first, and then after that, I got another question. So go ahead.
What inspires me to put my rhymes together? Inspires my work. Oof. Okay. Honestly, everything. That I know that's wild, but no, it's everything. I can just be walking down and whatever, and there's just exercises that I do now where, if I see a van, I'll get my phone out and be like, red van, and just put that. And if I see someone walking along tall guy walking with 3 dogs. Like, I'll just look around and just jot stuff down. I like taking my own life experiences and putting in my music, but I also just like looking around and crafting stuff. And the people around me, if you want to be honest, that really inspires me to make music, because I just want to create a platform for all of us to have somewhere to go, and we can just be who we want to be with. We don't have to answer to anyone. So yeah, like, the people around me inspire me to write like the best bars that I can, to really like to keep pushing and to not mess this up. I guess. So yeah, like, I think the big thing is true. It really is. It's the people around me that inspire me to really get my pen out and just go crazy, you know, and just everything, honestly, really everything. Yeah.
All right, Spadez Gang, thanks for listening to the show today. Novacaine, let them know what they can do for us to find the show.
Head on over to YouTube, like, comment, subscribe, turn on that notification bell so you can keep up with every single live episode, or catch up on any episodes you may have missed in the past. Also, you can catch up on all of our episodes on Apple Podcasts.
All right, Spadez Gang, I have been the BK Spadez, here with my very lovely co-host,
Novacaine, baby.
Thanks for listening.